find yourself as a homeowner. So the first thing that I look at is, hey, what do you have as far as your own funds that you can contribute into this transaction? I do have several down payment assistance programs that I work with that I can help people, but I find out what you have on hand first. That's the first step. And then I'll share with you what down payment assistance programs that we have to help you get through to the next step.
Okay.
So then I'll go on to step number 2. What does your debt to income look like? Let's find out where you're working, who you want to have on the home. So now we're starting to get through some of the nuts and bolts of what you need to provide me so that you can take the next step. And then the last thing that we look at is, what's your credit FICO score going to be? I'll give you a parameter of where you need to be to raise the bar. 620 is kind of the mark that CHAFA uses to get you to take the next step, and that's where I start people. So I start them there, and then if they are a just miss, I share with them some things that we can do to help them get to that 620 mark.
Okay, so I'm looking and I'm saying, oh my gosh, by faith, I went out to the realtor. I'm talking to the lender now, and the lender is talking to me about foreign things because he's saying my down payment, I don't have any money. So what type of program am I going to look at?
I'm going to get you started with, well, you don't have any money. CHAFA kind of asks that you have $1,000 of your own funds to kind of get started.
Okay, so go back to CHAFA. What is CHAFA?
CHAFA is the Colorado Housing Finance Association, and that is who we use for down payment assistance. There's several different programs out there, but that's who we use primarily.
Okay.
They're going to give you a 4% grant or a 5% second, which would sit in the second position. And that's 4 or 5% of however much you purchase.
Okay.
So that money helps you with your down payment, and it also helps you with your closing costs. They asked, and they being CHAFA, that you have $1,000 of your own funds to get started. So I'll kind of help people, give them a couple ideas as to ways to get that money. Maybe mom and dad, a gift. Maybe a rich uncle. Maybe you don't have a rich uncle. Maybe you have a 401k at the company that you work at. So maybe you can tap into your 401k. There's a couple different ways that you can kind of access those funds to kind of get you to the next step. But you are going to need to have $1,000 of your own funds to kind of get set up with the down payment assistance program.
Okay.
So if you don't have money, we'll help you try to figure out how you can save it and get there.
Okay. I love this information because what you're telling me is CHAFA is a company that help you with assistance to get funds for...
Correct, for closing costs and for down payment assistance.
Okay. Now, to have $1,000 of my own money out of my pocket.
Correct.
Okay.
And it can be gifted. So it can be a gift from mom and dad, a cousin, brother, uncle, sister, family member.
Okay. So I like that. I like that. So how much money would CHAFA give me up to? Because if I have a home that I'm looking at, you said 4% or 5%. People need to hear and try to understand that 4% or 5% of what? Okay, if I have a home I'm looking at that is $350,000.
They will give you 4% or 5% up to a maximum of $15,000.
Maximum.
So sure, if you're looking at a $350,000 house, that 5% takes you over that $15,000 number. So they would max you out at $15,000 in assistance to help you with down payment and closing costs.
Okay, I love that. Oh, that is, you know, I can't say it enough for someone to say, if you bring me $1,000, you figure out your credit score, let's look at your debt to income, because we're going to get into that in a minute too.
Yes.
Then we can help you by giving you $15,000 towards your down payment.
Sure.
That's unheard of.
It's actually not that unheard of. It's just that unfortunately a lot of people don't know about it. So it's just like everything else. If there's assistance and there's something out there for you and you don't know about it, it's just as good as it not being out there.
Correct.
That's right.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you breathe for a second here, okay? Because I wanted to get that information out there about CHAFA and how to get this down payment stuff done. Because see, that's a big hurdle, that people look at and think I can't get over. Right? When you're talking about purchasing property. But I want to get back to you. Annette, as a broker associate, okay, what is it that an agent or a broker associate, what do you do in real estate for your clients? Are you going to give them a list, or what are you doing?
Yes, well, I work for a phenomenal company. Our company is also black owned, Derek Willer, which is my nephew, a phenomenal company, and he's really, I think he's been in the business like 10 years, and we have a huge database of things that we can do to be able to help somebody. First-time home buyers is really scary being a first-time home buyer.
Yes.
So we've teamed up with Calvin and other people, in the industry to, try to help somebody that's, that don't know what to do. That's never purchased a house before. So my job as a professional is to first of all say, okay, let's get you with a lender to try to, again, to talk about taking some of the pressure off, and he can walk you through step by step, because if you don't have any money, I usually try to tell my clients, if you don't have any money, put yourself on maybe a 6-month program. I don't have to do that, but I tell them, and put aside, start training yourself on, okay, maybe I can cut out, going to the movies. Cut out going, getting my hair done.
Y'all not listening.
Cut out getting my nails done, and just put that money aside. So you got some agents that, if you don't already have a letter, if you're not already approved. No, my heart is to tell you, okay, this is what you need to do to get started. If you can try to put some money aside and say, okay, well, if I can save $600 a month for 6 months, then I can show the lender that, that's not a lot, but at least I can do that over top of, say you're paying $1,000 a month rent. If you can save $600 on top of that, that's $1,600.
Exactly.
That's putting you in a pretty nice size condo here in Colorado, nice size townhouse. So what I try to do is focus on wherever you are. Let's start from where you are to get